and if we can ask you to, we sometimes struggle a bit with the accent, so if
so if it goes off, yes, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I go off with mine sometimes as well, so that's absolutely fine. So this is the BTS Creative Academy podcast. We're here at the Romford Film Festival, where you've had your latest film showcased last night.
Yeah,
so we have with us Olivia and Giulio. Yes.
okay.
And you've come from Italy?
Yeah,
yes, we do.
Both of you are from Italy?
Yeah, I'm from Venice and she is from Milan. Yeah.
Wonderful. So you've come from there to here for your film, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, in this moment we are in France. We are working in France, but we have moved from France to here. Yeah.
And what's the title of your film?
It's Sleeping Clothes. It's not really the original title. The original title was in Italian, was Dormiamo insieme. That literally is more sleeping together. Mm-hmm. But for the sound, we prefer to choose Sleeping Clothes. Yeah. No?
Yes, we had a bit of a work to find a nice way to translate it that sounded, and then we came up with Sleeping Clothes that's actually imposed on the international presentation.
Why did you change the name?
Because of the sound. Sleeping together didn't sound like smooth as we wanted it.
Or maybe the original. You mean the original title?
Well, even Sleeping Close, Sleeping Together. Why? Yeah, the sound of the name. Did it give the wrong feel for what the film's about?
Maybe it's also a lot about aesthetic, and so yes, and they have to have an English title. So that was for the first premiere in Italy.
Okay.
That was international, so we had also to prepare the subtitles for the premiere itself, and so the English title too.
And so, what was your job roles within this film? What did you do to bring this film together?
I'm the director. I started to write this movie like 4 years ago, and we met after just before COVID, and the subject, the concept was ready. So we started to work together. Now Olivia can tell you all her rules inside that, but positions, the position inside the movie. After that we took my original subject and we started to work together to translate that subject in the screenplay, in the screen for cinema.
So where did you come in then, Olivia? What was your place, your job title?
Well, at a certain point, Giulio came to me with this very poetic and charming subject that was inspired to his own life and his own, I would say, romantic experience and life experience, and with a first idea of a screenplay, and we began to work together to maintain the poetic aim of the subject in the screenplay and try to find all the creative strategies to create a job that was a movie that was maintaining this aim. I've been supporting and collaborating to the adaptation from of the subject to the screenplay and in part to the screenplay itself, and yes.
So is this very much a collaborative project, both of you? So you may have started this, but you've taken this off together. You've made.
We work it together for pre-production, post-production, and all the production moments. She was my director assistant. She worked a lot with the actors, so to
some
coaching actors.
Yes.
We did this movie together. So we say that we produced that together.
So have you got a history prior to this movie, or did you find each other with this movie?
With this movie. Se avevamo una storia di lavoro precedente.
No.
So was it with the, so you came together for this film. There was no you haven't worked on any previous projects beforehand.
Not together.
No.
No. It was like maybe. When we met, I was starting to with this project, but there was not the idea to collaborate with that. With the time, she loved the concept, the subject, and she decided to join me in this
Yes, I felt
project.
very. I just really liked the idea and how it was conveyed, his way of thinking, his project, and as some other people that helped us with the production. We have been, creating a team, but for sure we have been like the two main members of the production, for sure.
How did that feel? Did it feel quite like natural when you brought Olivia into your project, into the production? You'd been writing by yourself, and then you decided to bring Olivia in. Did it feel quite natural to do that?
Yes and no. Okay, no, because it's autobiographical script.
Yes.
So it's normal that I know the experiences, I know the real experiences that in what on the movie is based. So yeah, there was like a big beginning process when I started to open myself to her, we starting to know better together. So I don't know how to explain that. It's like
it was there something you had to find a level of trust, because, like you said, this comes from personal experience. You knew the subject matter, the story. So how did you give that trust to Olivia?
I guess that I needed to trust, and I don't know. Just from the beginning, there was a very big trust between us, and I guess that there was not a problem for the content, for the contents of the subject. It was more the stylistic way that was more hard to find the right stylistic style, and the right style for the final voiceover. There is this voiceover, because at the beginning was like more a poetic diary. She really loves to write fairy tales. Like, it's a completely different way to write from mine. So it was more hard to find like the common style. The common style between us. But no, for the contents, I guess that I really trust her for that. Yeah, she knows that are my experiences, but I guess that I'm really open in that. I don't know if you want to say something about maybe did you leave this thing? But
Oh, well, I think that first, when you meet somebody that you have a good creative collaboration and connection, you feel it. So probably we started from this point, from this kind of trust. Then for sure, it needed a job to understand his point of view, to not be invasive on the creative side. And for sure also to adapt my way of thinking, my work to his style, because this is like the authorial side of a movie, so it's very important to not to tend to switch it to yours. Also, I think that it's possible to say that, considering the importance that in this movie the female characters have, because considering that he's inspired to his stories have been with those girls, and in a way to have I think that the need was also to have women involved also like to have a second eye on this, and so.
Yeah, because all the protagonists, the leading actors in this movie are girls and women, and yeah, I say that is an autobiographical work, but I talk about these stories, but I love to talk about that, like I don't know how to say that, like
from your perspective, it's very it'd be very
like
easy for
I'm
you
talking
to.
about the people that was with me in that moment. In this case, the girls, the girls that I met. So for sure, I can speak about my idea and the idea that I had about these persons. But yeah, at the end, I'm not a girl, I'm not a woman. So for sure, at the end, yeah,
So Olivia,
it was
you brought
very
in the woman
important
aspect
to
of
have also,
this.
come si dice,
That's okay. We'll take a moment.
Yes,
We'll take a moment. You do very well.
It's true that you describe the character from your point of view, but then the guys in the stories, in the episodes, are like really in the shadow comparing to the female character. The female character is the leading character, is the one that take the story on the light.
What drew you to this story, Olivia? What drew you to this story? What was appealing for you when you first looked at it?
I think that what I really appreciated was the fact that, I mean, are not stories based on very big plots with spanned switching points and like this. There is not this kind of thing. They are talking about very small facts of life that are like emotions, feelings, interaction of what you live in the moment of the life you are. What I like was the way in which Giulio arrived to express something that is very subtle. Sides of your personal and emotional life in a very subtle way. That was very interesting to me, to not focus on big events, but on like shades of events, and that was very interesting to me.
Yeah, you really were drawn into the minuscule, the minor details, the small things that matter in life, that matter in the moment.
Yes.
So is this very much a story that's happening within a moment? Where does the story take place?
Well, are several stories because it's an episodic movie, so it's happening many places, and I will say that the place is not important. We try to make it a bit universal. There is nothing that really shows, we don't have reference points. There is nothing in the movie that shows exactly where. The point is more if it's happening... if it's happening in the nature of, in the urban environment. I think that this is what really matters.
Sì, intendevo dire che anche a livello storico non è molto...
Cronologicamente.
Sì, non ci sono dettagli che ti permettono di...
Yes, also we try to make it a bit out of time, also that
Yeah, timeless,
Timeless,
space.
yes. It doesn't have to be watched now. It could be watched now or in 10 years from now. And it would probably still feel relevant because I'm getting the sense that it's about human connection.
Relationships.
Relationship for sure, yeah.
Meetings also, like...
Yeah, there are some stories that are just very short meeting between two persons, the couple, or maybe there are some stories when we try to talk about more days that they spend together, or maybe it's just like there is a scene that is in a hotel that is just 10 minutes, that 10 minutes that they spend after the night that they pass together. Yeah.
Yes, it's very interesting to find a way to show the passing of the time, especially because Giulio focused on long takes, and that makes very interesting to find strategies to make the time pass.
Yeah, I love long takes. I don't like to cut the scene, but yeah, it was a problem because if you want to talk about to speak about a lot of stories, many stories, you have like maybe 10, 15 minutes to
Per episode.
Yeah, per episode to talk about that. And yeah, like there is an episode that is when we want to talk about 3 days or like of this love story, and it was very hard in the screenplay to find a way to narrate that in the registic way that it was good for me. So yeah, we tried.
The strategy you found that was quite interesting.
We looked for strategies to maintain, to keep my style, but also to narrate the stories the passing of time,
What strategies did you use then to make your story told in the way that you needed to tell it?
Yeah, like in these episodes that I was talking about, is like it's like the sixth episode. Yeah, it's episode in the first part of the movie, and there is this couple that spend 3 days in the woods in a forest, and we decided to shoot 3 long takes. The first one for the first day, then the second one for the second day, and the third one for the third day. And we put the camera in the center, in the center of the set, and we started to move in circle, doing a circle with the camera. And maybe you can explain better this. Thank you.
Well, if I can help.
No, I'm keeping with you.
Well, the idea was, I remember she mentioned what they will do if they will be in a theater, because this is cinema, but in a theater you have to show things in a different way. You are settling in a time that is what you have in there. So what we decided to do is just to show the character moving in the same place, and yes, the camera made a 360. In which shows 3 moments of mornings, 3 moments of afternoons, and 3 moments of nights that connected together. And so it's like a flow in which you see the things changing in a way that you see the different points of the 360 evolving. This was even pretty tricky to realize, because they had to change while the camera was turning without cuts. So the time was passing not in a linear way, but in a way that's fluid,
motion.
Yes, in this sense. This is probably something that's more easy to watch than to explain. So that would be a reason to watch the movie anyway.
Yes, no, it sounds really interesting. A really interesting way to pull a movie together. Was there any kind of inspiration that you was pulling on to have work in this technique in this way?
You mean stylistic, directing? I don't know. I guess that for each episode, maybe you can find some different inspiration. Maybe for I don't know. Maybe don't know, because we didn't really aspirate into something specific, and that's something that we are very fieri.
Oh, well, we are proud.
Yeah, we're very proud
some
of this
the
because
strategies.
we wanted to find our way to do these things. I have my filmmakers which I love to find inspiration. Like I love Tarkovsky, I love Bellatar, I love many people that do long shots. But no, there was not specific inspiration.
Not even particular.
That was like a very important moment in the screenplay, because we didn't wrote the entire screenplay before. Like we wrote the screenplay for each episode before the episode, because we have been to the location. We looked at the location. We studied the location, and we said, and in the location we decided, okay, the perfect way to do that is this way. We want to show that, and we have to find a way to do that. So that's true that it's possible to find different styles inside the movie, because each episode needed a different stylistic way to do that. But no, there is not a specific inspiration for that.
If I can add one thing, it's like we sometimes define this movie a job of research also, and so one of the challenges was for sure to maintain the mood and the mood of the movie through the episodes, but giving to each episode a specific personality.
Yeah, that's why also I consider this movie like a research for me, like an experiment, a big experiment for me. So,
Well, that was going to be my next question. Why this movie for both of you? Why this one?
why this one? Why this one? I started to write this, so you mean why this story,
Yes.
or why this kind of movie?
Why this story?
Why the story? Just I started to write about that, and
Was it something within you that you wanted to tell? That you wanted to share?
I guess that I started when I started to write this movie, I was 24, 25. I was at the end of my, how to say, like your most important love period, you know, like the periods of this script, like started from my school time and arrived to my early 20s. Like, you know, it's like your adolescent, you know, like you start from your adolescence,
you explore your romantic
and
self.
you arrive to your 20s, that you start to live like in the big cities, you meet a lot of people, you stay outside every night, so you have many experiences. So I guess that like my first movie was about travel, because in my 80s I started to travel a lot, and I wanted to talk about that. I guess that in my 25 I needed to talk about all these experiences and all this great number of experience. You know, I guess that I wanted to
release, I guess.
Yeah,
release
to
The emotional weight of
yeah. I guess it
Love
was a
evolution.
way to per lasciare andare.
yes, to release them.
To release them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a passage to the adult life, maybe.
And now that this film is out there in the world and people are seeing it, what kind of responses are you getting from audiences? What are they saying to you?
That's an interesting question.
Well, I think that considering the kind of movie that it is, because it's a slow movie, it takes time, it has long takes, it's not an easy thing to watch, it's not necessarily, well, entertainment in the pure sense of the word. So what that we really appreciate is the way in which it's, without being explicit, even being a bit cryptic, a bit poetic, like it anyway finds a way to arrive and to emotion and I think that a big merit of this is also for the quality of the images and the cinematography that has always been appreciated. To like delight the eye, even of people that maybe wouldn't define themselves trained to alternative not mainstream cinema. So I think that this is a result. This is what I would say personally.
Yeah, it's a good result, but yeah, maybe it's not a mainstream movie. And for sure, it's not a mainstream movie. It's like, yeah, I used to do a difference between like movie, film for entertainment and movie maybe more for art. It's sure that this is more like an artistic movie, but that's true. There is like many people that maybe they are like not super lovers, like fan of this kind of cinema, but
It's a required taste, this
I
kind
don't know,
of
or
film.
maybe also people that are not used to watch many movies, but
So by discovering this film, it might lead them into other films of the same
it's like
style.
as you say, also just for the the cinematography, like if you start to watch that and it's like a painting and you like the aesthetic, and maybe it's possible that you enter inside and you want to arrive to the end of the movie just because you are kept from the images and from the voiceover. So there are many things in this movie. There is the three most important things. Like there is the image, there is the music, and there is the words. And I guess that these three things are
Interacting together.
yeah, but arrivano anche molto facilmente in qualche modo.
They are very straight to actually many people said something like I slept to sleep to
Dreamlike state.
yes into the movie. And at this purpose I would like to remind that we have original soundtrack that has been made by Tommaso Massimiliano Alfi, that is a good friend of us and a wonderful musician that gave us this big contribution making our soundtrack that I think is a very precious part of the work.
So what are your hopes and your dreams moving forward? Do you have any hopes and dreams with this film in particular that it goes on to be a calling card for your work, or do you hope that this film becomes bigger? Do you think about the future with the film?
I'm thinking about that. I told you, for me, it's more. This movie is like. It was a big experiment. Like we were talking about maybe that about this before. It for me is like my thesis, like my. I want to pass over. I want to work to the next movie. I guess that. Yeah, for sure, we would like that this film arrive to more people that is possible. but for sure, I don't consider this movie my my perfect work, my masterpiece. You know, like I'm conscious that that is just a step for me. So yeah, we are dedicating a lot of time. We are money and all of us, yeah, all of us, a lot of stuff to per permettere che questo film arrivi a un pubblico più ampio possibile, però comunque vorremmo passare oltre. Sì.
Yes, like it's a commitment also. You finish a movie and then you want it to go somewhere, to arrive to people, to be seen, because what you make a movie for. But then, yes, is as our research work is a point to move on. So probably he's watching to the next project more
I
than
wanted to
what
show
this
all
will
my
happen.
aesthetic in this movie for sure, but yeah. I know that in this movie there are different styles, different ideas, many ideas, maybe too much ideas inside. So yeah, I want to take just some of these ideas, some of this technique, and do a movie with like a
Develop them.
yeah, for sure, but like with more specific style, just with like more, like in this movie there are many episodes, many actors, many characters. So yeah, I want to take time, I want to take my times to concentrate, to focus myself, just maybe in just 2 actors, just in one story, and yeah. Yeah, so that's why I want to go on. But for sure, I really love this movie, so I hope that
I can see that. I can see this is a real passion for you.
Audience, and also the right audience, but I don't know. Yeah, I hope the best for that.
Will you two continue to work together on the next film?
I wrote the new screenplay, the new concept. Depends if Olivia likes that or not, and if
you're waiting to read
I
it.
I still didn't read it. Yes, it's like we can. I can't swear on that. I don't know, but I mean, it's been a very interesting collaboration, and also I think it is a bit early to define this because as there is still some work to do on the next project before to open it as we said before, to open to somebody else.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, thank you both for joining me. This has been. I really would like to watch the movie. Well, is there anywhere that I could find the movie to watch if I've missed it at the festival? Is it anywhere available online or?
No, for the moment, no. We want to try to. Okay, we are looking for the replies of other film festivals. For the moment, we hope to find maybe a German premiere, or because we have the premiere in Italy and here in the UK. So we want maybe to wait autumn. Yeah, maybe the end of the year, but yeah, maybe after it was.
Have you any social media presence that we can follow the progress?
Yeah, for the moment we are using Instagram for the mostly, but.
You want to give your Instagram?
Yes, I'll link the Instagram to the bottom of the video.
So that we can to find all the materials about the movie.
Wonderful.
That yes, there will be necessary a bit of patience before to like release it to any.
Of course, yes.
Any
you're on the
platform,
festival circuit, and you're putting it out there into the world. But it'd be great. It would be great to follow and see what comes of this movie. You know, at some point I do hope to catch it and see it.
So yes.
Thank you. So thanks again, guys, for joining me for this conversation. And if anyone has been watching or listening, thank you for joining us. Very much appreciated.
Thanks for listening to us.
Thanks again, guys.
Cool. Yeah.